Welcome, YouTube. Welcome back to more Jiu-Jitsu of the Mind. And today, we're going to be discussing traffic lights, right? And you're probably wondering, like, why are we talking about traffic lights? And what's it got to do with Jiu-Jitsu? Okay? I came here to do the Kung Fu stuff, right? Okay, so let's jump right in, okay, and why this is so important, and why traffic lights is going to teach us how to be successful in life, okay? Now, when you come to a traffic light, right, you got a stoplight or red light, I should say, and then you have a yellow light, which says get ready to stop or get ready to go, and then you have your green light, which means to go. Okay, now, why is this so important? It's because it creates organization when we're on the road, right? We all drive in harmony. We all are one unit and we're all flowing, right? That's why we call it traffic flow. Everything is just flowing. And that's how we want our life to be. We want our life to flow. We don't want no hiccups and setbacks, okay? So now, here's the situation, right? Now, we know that if we run a red light, that's not a good thing to do, okay? Because we're actually breaking the rules, and in this case, we're actually breaking the law, right? And what you have to understand is that there are certain natural laws that if you break them, it's going to cause you problems in your own personal life, okay? But you have to realize that if you run a red light, it's possible, right, that you might not get into an accident, right? And you be like, wow, I ran the red light, nothing happened, so therefore it wasn't that bad, right? And that's what we do in our normal life, right? We break rules or we break principles or natural laws, and we feel that because there was no immediate consequence, that maybe it was okay, right? It wasn't that bad. So I can probably do it again, right? But remember, you have a yellow light. Now, that yellow light is, in my eyes, is a warning light. It's warning. It's telling you prepare to either stop because it's going from green, then it's going to yellow, then it's going to red. It's telling you, it's warning you it's time to slow your car down, or it's saying get ready to go. Okay. So there are warning signs that come in our lives when we don't follow the rules. Okay, and but a lot of people ignore these warning signs and they just keep doing, they keep breaking the rules. Okay. Now, when it comes to parenting, okay, parents, when you set rules for your children, right? In other words, when you set that red light and you say, on this red light, everything stops. Okay. So when you set your rules, make sure you enforce those rules, okay? Because what happens is your child may one day, or it's just children, we're human. They may want to run their red light, and when they run their red light, if you don't enforce the rule, then they're gonna say to themselves, "It's okay for me to run a red light," because nothing really happens. And it gets to a point where they're going to say, well, why is there a red light? Why is there? They're going to start crashing it. And they're going to say, well, you know what? Rules are not that important. And then I'm going to say, well, what's the point of having rules, right? If nothing actually happens. I just think this is a who. It's a lie, or it's mistruth, or it's just a hoax. Okay? So, parents, the reason why you want to make sure that you enforce the rules is because you want your child to respect the rules, right? And so that their life can flow, just like the traffic flows on the road. When the light turns red, we all stop, okay? So, what happens is, when it comes to our personal life, we don't follow the rules like we do the traffic rules, right? Now, there are some natural laws that we should be following, and a lot of us don't follow it. We actually break it. And then we wonder why our life doesn't flow the way that we would like it to flow. Okay, so I'll give you an example, and this is where it can lead. Okay, I'll give you an example. You have a rule. Let's say, for instance, the rule. This is for adults. The rule is okay. We make time at 9 a.m. and we finish at 5 p.m. That's the rule. Okay. Now, if you want to, you don't have to follow that rule. right? You can come in 15 minutes late. Now, if you come in 15 minutes late on a regular basis, you're going to get a warning. Here's your yellow light. It's time to stop. You're going to have to stop. You have to break this habit. And see, one thing about rules don't care if you're a nice person, if you're a respectful person. If you break the rule, you broke the rule. It doesn't matter what type of person you are. Okay? And also remember, if you keep breaking the rule of coming late, eventually you probably end up losing your job. Okay, so there are consequences to breaking rules, just like there's consequences to running a red light. That you can get into an accident, okay, and not only cause yourself harm, but you can cause somebody else harm. And so the other thing that people may suggest is that, well, what happens if I'm following the rules, but someone else isn't following the rules? Like I'm on the green light and this person ran a red light and they can possibly hit me. Well, this is the reason why all of us need to follow the rules, and we all of us need to understand that the rules are here to keep all of us safe. And if we don't follow the rules, then we engage in other people's lives as well as ours. Okay? And the last thing is that jiu-jitsu is all made of rules. If you follow the rules, one of the biggest rules of jiu-jitsu is breaking the other person's balance. Most people forget these rules. And when they forget these rules in jiu-jitsu, it makes their life difficult because they're not following the rules. So the key, parents, is to get our children to respect the rules so they can have a prosperous life and be successful. Okay? So there you go. Traffic lights are very important, and they are indication of how it can help us to be successful. Okay, YouTube, if you like the video, like it, subscribe, share the video so that it can help somebody else understand, another parent or someone else who doesn't understand about following rules and why following rules is going to be the best thing for you. All right? And I'll see you on the next Jiu-Jitsu of the Mind.